Bristol built Colston's Hall, a new extension, clad in gold, which reminded me of all the African souls Bristol brought and sold. Now Edward Colston is hailed as the beacon for this trade, when the reality is, through it, Bristol was made. Cargo, when Edward Colston and the people doing what they were doing back then, people of African descent were classed as cargo. They'd be dehumanized and actually made to be just property. So cargo now stands for Charting African Resilience, Generating Opportunities. And Cargo's come together and put together an education series called Cargo Classroom. And in that series, it uses poetry to bring forward and shine light on individuals that contributed, achieved, of African and African diaspora descent. So what we've done with Cargo Classroom, it's free and it's online. So anybody can access it. You can teach your children at home, you can teach it, the schools can use it, and it's available for all. Imagine not being allowed to speak in your native tongue. Imagine not being allowed to educate your young. Then over time, your ways are lost and your history is forgotten as you become part of a world where you belong at the bottom. Learning's important, but when you learn, you need to be taught a whole story, and then allow the people to take from it what they choose instead of people trying to choose to give us what we should take. We have Imhotep, an individual who lived 5,000 years ago, did the step pyramid. He's regarded as the first architect, surgeon, many other things. Do you know of Imhotep? Have you heard of Imhotep? Have you heard of Imhotep? Have you? Have you? Well, let me ask you another question, see if you know this answer to this one. Have you watched the film The Mummy? What's the baddie's name? There was so much missing that could have helped me before I was grown. The history I was taught how to fill me with anger and pain, because it taught me my ancestors were slaves with no name. There is so much to be proud of, so much that's been achieved, but without going in search of the truth, I would have been deceived. My name's Lawrence Hu, and I'm a Bristol poet and co-founder of Cargo.
I'm Jen, this is Jen, but this is the Surge of Power. This is a maquette of the statue made by Mark Quinn. This is something that he gifted to me to mark the occasion when she was up there on the plinth. I stood up on that plinth and I made a stand. That was amidst the protests on the 7th of June for George Floyd. Unfortunately, the conversation was then hijacked. It was all about Colston. It's not about Colston. It's about the systemic racism that black people face on a daily basis. And I ended that narrative. Cargo! Check it out, www.cargomovement.org. Lesson plans, Cargo Classroom.
Yeah.